You can write everything down if you want to. Be brave enough to write every one of your goals down. But I'm going to tell you something. Life's going to hit you in your mouth, and you got to do me a huge favor. Your why has to be greater than that knockdown. Sometimes in life, you have to hit back. Many of you right now, life's got you up against the rope, and you got to do me a favor. Like, you can't give up. You can't give in. Listen to me. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Recycle your pain. Get something from it. You already in pain. Use it. Do something with it. Allow it to take you to the next level. Allow your pain to push you to greatness. It's not always going to be easy. They're not going to give it to you. They're not going to give you success. They're not going to put it on the platter. But if you're willing to work for it, if you're willing to put the sweat, the blood, the tears, if you're willing to earn it, you got to tell life, I don't know who you've been dealing with, but you come up against the wrong one this time.
Let's go. I've been waiting for this moment. I've been training for this. I hope you're ready for what I have in store for you. For a long time, you put me down with your fists of tragedies and your kicks of disappointments. As you can see, you put a number on me, and I still have scars of sadness on me. Can't you see what you've done? Can't you see how much anger you put inside of my heart? All of my frustration you've given me is beating me like a drum. All of the pain you've given me is kicking me in the stomach to where I can't even hold my food down. You've always wanted me to fail, didn't you? Well, negativity, I'm calling you out because I'm ready for my rematch. This time is going to be different. This time I found something that will knock you out. I found my place of peace, and my coach is positivity. So let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know, because I'm about to jack negativity up. Get ready. Positivity has shown me to be calm like pure water so you can slip up. Positivity has told me that peace is my shelter and you can never break me again. Every punch of sadness you throw, I will block with my joy. Every kick of discouragement you try to hit me with, I will dodge with my happiness. You see why you're losing, right? You're losing because my power of positivity is far more greater than you'll ever be. So do me a favor, negativity, and stay down. Stay down there and suffer and watch me win everything back that you've taken from me. Let's go, negativity, so I can knock you out.
A dreamer is one who can only find his way by moonlight, and his punishment is that he sees the dawn before the rest of the world. The secret of making dreams come true can be summarized in 4 C's. They are curiosity, confidence, courage, and constancy. The greatest of these is confidence. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. I change the world by changing myself. I am changing the world by loving myself, by enjoying life, by making my personal world a dream of heaven. I change myself, and just like music, other people start to change. I am changing myself. So I firmly welcome your inputs and suggestions. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself. Let's dream. Let's dream so hard that they are forced to manifest themselves into reality. If we could fly like birds, we'd be on top of the worlds. Out beautiful wings, up in the skies the small fates of our destination would change. We must never fly alone, our blood, sweat and tears, all in the hands of our dreams. Are we ready for this? You may say I am a dreamer, but I am not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. I am a dreamer. I live in the real world. I imagine and then I create. I visualize and then I celebrate. I hope and then I work on it every day. I am a dreamer. I live in the real world. I am a dreamer. I dream of unrealistic things. I am an optimist. I do believe these unreal things are going to come alive someday. Yes, I live in my own world of illusions and it is my only comfort zone now. I am not gonna get out of it anyway. Why do so many people post things about how sad or depressed they are? I really think those people need to quit dwelling on the dark things and start appreciating the small things. Like a bird's song, the sound of rain, the wind whispering in the trees, the fact they have food, clothes, family, or even pets, the vibrant colors of flowers, the lazy flight of a butterfly, the softness and the smell of fresh cut grease, or the sun peeking, but you can find so much beauty in it. Quit thinking of yourself, and start thinking of others. Maybe I am just a dreamer. I am a dreamer. I have to dream and reach for the stars, and if I miss a star then I grab a handful of clouds. What I am trying to explain in Achir is that your dream doesn't have an expiration date. Take a deep breath and try again.
The school system is actually teaching people to be poor. The school system will never teach you about money. The school system was designed to teach you to be an employee or a doctor or a lawyer, a specialist, but never about money. My father was the head of education, PhD, all that stuff. I go home and ask him, I said, why don't we learn about money in school? And he looked at me and says, because the government doesn't let us teach that subject. The government tells us what we can teach and what we can't teach. And I thought that was strange. And I said, but aren't we going to school to learn about money? He says, no, your job is to get a job. Poverty is passed on. It's taught in your families. And middle class is taught in families. And so the people right now who are sitting at home, who are struggling financially or worried about money or unhappy, they may be making a lot of money, but unhappy with what they're doing, it was probably taught to you. You know, your superego was taught, get a job, work hard, or you'll never be rich, or the rich are evil, or whatever.
And until you change your mindset,
Correct.
Money won't help you, right?
Correct.
And we see that with people that win the lottery, people that make more money, they still have the same problem.
Right.
Because they have that poor man's soul.
Right. If you're poor, you'll always be poor.
That's really hard for people to understand.
Yeah, the money will disappear that fast. Just like most pro athletes, they make millions of dollars, and 65% are bankrupt 5 years later. It's because they come from poor families. Now you tell them that, they get very angry at you. It's not, it's the rich fault. It's you guys ripped me off and government ripped me off. But unfortunately, what Mr. Lipton was saying, it's passed down genetically. The moment I pay you, you think like an employee. That's the trap. Entrepreneurs work for free. The moment you accept the paycheck, your brain goes dead. As long as you're hungry, you'll think. You see people say, well, why don't you give the poor money? So the only problem with that is it just creates more poor people.
Give a man a fish, he fishes for the day, or eats for the day.
Yeah, you give a man a fish, you get a lot of people who want more fish, but you teach them to fish.
But you are the Robin Hood of knowledge, because I see you giving this knowledge out, and
Yeah.
do the rich people cringe and say, don't tell them that, Robin?
Yes. Don't tell people what you know.
Right.
Keep them poor. Poor will always be amongst us, because it starts up here. It's in their words, and the words become flesh. When they say, I can't afford it, or I can't do that, they go down. They become what they say. And I meet so many people, I can't afford it. You think I'm made of money? My PhD dad, he says, what do you think I am, made of money? I can't afford that. And my rich dad would say, that's why he's poor. Poor people say, I can't afford it, I can't do that, I don't have time. Because it's an escape. It's an escape, you know what I mean? It's easy to say, I can't afford it. Oh, I'm too tired. Oh, I can't go to the gym. When you could go to the gym, but no, I can't. Truth is, I'm just too lazy to go to the gym.
And you play it safe, and you don't introduce new risks into your life, and
Right.
so...
I have job security.
Right. And your rich dad used to say what instead of, I can't afford it?
How can I afford it? How can I do that? What would it take, or why should I do that? A question opens the mind, a statement closes the mind. See, when you say, I can't afford it, your mind shuts down, and you become what you say. People say, well, money is not that important to me. Then if money is not that important to you, money is not important to you. You know what I mean? I don't care about money. The money doesn't care about you. You know, the word does become flesh. Or I'll never be rich. Or the favorite one is the rich are greedy. It's the poor that are greedy. You know, if you think about it, because to be rich, you have to give something. You know, I have to produce books and games, and I purchase real estate, I provide housing, provide jobs and all that. That's why I'm rich. But greedy people produce nothing. Oh no, it's the rich that are greedy. And I'm going, hey, sports fans, you know, you point a finger forward, 3 are pointing backwards. And so as we know, there's a big attitude problem against the rich today. We all have fear. You know, to be truthful, we all have fear. It's just how you deal with it. You know, Einstein said, you know, imagination is more important than knowledge, but knowledge empowers imagination. And what most people lack is real business knowledge, like accounting, you know, like debt, like taxes. You got to know that stuff, but they don't teach.
There is nothing you cannot be, there's nothing you cannot do, there's nothing you cannot have. You are the most magnificent, the most remarkable, the most splendid being God has ever created. Who could reject such wondrous magnificence? But you do not know who you are, and you think you are a great deal less. I tell you this, you are your own rule maker. You set the guidelines, and you decide how well you have done, how well you are doing. For you are the one who has decided who and what you really are, and who you want to be. And you are the only one who can assess how well you're doing. All you see in your world is the outcome of your idea about it. Do you want your life to truly take off? Life will take off for you then, when you choose for it to.
Make a choice. Like, you just decide.
You have not so chosen as yet. You have procrastinated, prolonged, protracted, protested. Now it's time that you promulgated and produced what you have been promised.
What it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide.
Your world would not be in its present condition were you to have simply listened to your experience. The result of your not listening to your experience is that you keep reliving it over and over again. You cannot resist something to which you grant no reality. The act of resisting a thing is the act of granting it life. When you resist an energy, you place it there.
You attract not just what you fear, you attract what you feel, what you are.
The more you resist, the more you make it real, whatever it is you're resisting. What you open your eyes to look at disappears. That is, it ceases to hold its illusory form. If you look at something, truly look at it, you will see right through it and right through any illusion it holds for you, leaving nothing but ultimate reality in your sight. In the face of ultimate reality, your puny illusion has no power. It cannot long hold you in its weakening grip. You see the truth of it, and the truth sets you free. Only when you say, I did this, can you find the power to change it. It is much easier to change what you are doing than to change what another is doing. The first step in changing anything is to know and accept that you have chosen it to be what it is. You are always in the process of creating, every moment, every minute, every day. How you can create we'll go into later. For now, just take my word for it. You are a big creation machine, and you are turning out a new manifestation literally as fast as you can think.
We really do paint our world with our thoughts and our level of self-belief.
You are a threefold being. You consist of body, mind, and spirit. You could also call these the physical, the non-physical, and the metaphysical. The process of creation starts with thought, an idea, conception, visualization.
If you see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand.
Everything you see was once someone's idea. Nothing exists in your world that did not first exist as pure thought.
If you have a clear picture in your head of something is going to happen, a clear belief in that it will happen no matter what.
Thought is the first level of creation.
If you can see it here,
next comes the word.
And you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen.
Everything you say is a thought expressed. It is creative and sends forth creative energy into the universe.
I wrote myself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and I gave myself 5 years, or 3 years maybe. And I put it in my wallet, and I kept it there, and it deteriorated and stuff. But then, just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million on Dumb and Dumber.
Next comes action. Actions are words moving. Words are thoughts expressed. Thoughts are ideas formed.
Visualization works if you work hard.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing. You can't just visualize and then, you know, go eat a sandwich.
Go first to your highest thought about yourself. Imagine the you that you would be if you lived that thought every day. Imagine what you would think, do, and say, and how you would respond to what others do and say.
Every second of every day I was daydreaming.
Put the new car up on your mirror. Put the weight you want to be on the refrigerator. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand.
So, do you want your life to take off? Begin at once to imagine it the way you want it to be, and move into that. Check every thought, word, and action that does not fall into harmony with that. Move away from those. When you have a thought that is not in alignment with your higher vision, change to a new thought, then and there. When you say a thing that is out of alignment with your grandest idea, make a note not to say something like that again. When you do a thing that is misaligned with your best intention, decide to make that the last time. And make it right with whomever was involved if you can.
I stayed true to my dreams, and by doing that, eventually they came true.
This will require tremendous mental and physical effort. It will entail constant, moment-to-moment monitoring of your every thought, word, and deed. It will involve continued choice-making, consciously. This whole process is a massive move to consciousness. What you will find out if you undertake this challenge is that you've spent half your life unconscious. That is to say, unaware on a conscious level of what you are choosing in the way of thoughts, words, and deeds until you experience the aftermath of them. Then when you experience these results, you deny that your thoughts, words, and deeds had anything to do with them.
I want to remind you to continue to dream and dream big.
What dream or vision do you want to turn into reality?
There is nothing you cannot be, there's nothing you cannot do, there's nothing you cannot have.
If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. If you're going to try, go all the way. There is no other feeling like that. You will be alone with the gods, and the nights will flame with fire. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. All the way. All the way. You will ride life straight to perfect laughter. It's the only good fight there is. If you're going to try, go all the way.